Your country 1039 KGRT. Some Clint Black for you. One more payment. Gino Aragon here in the Charlie Clark Studios. And yes, it is 7:30 and time.
Time now for the question of the day. Brought to you by Painted Skies Dental Center. Online at paintedskiesdental.com.
That's right. It is time for our question of the day. And I don't know if this is necessarily a question or just a statement about how awesome moms are. Mother's Day is coming up on Sunday, so I thought that we might be able to share a little memory, share an embarrassing moment, an inspirational moment, or something that, lets everybody know how awesome mom is. I'll start, okay? This is how I learned that you don't mess with mom. I think as a teenager in high school, I had a tendency to play my music, I don't know, fairly loud. I'm pretty sure that's how it started. But, you also don't talk back to mom. Kind of did that a little bit. And one thing you've got to realize is that my mom is a small person. She's not small, but short. I had at least a good 6 inches on her in high school. And I said something, and she turned around, walked me back to the wall of my room and said, "Hey, don't think that you're too big, that I still can't take you out, right?" And that's when I learned that mom, man, you don't mess with mom, because if you get on her bad side, that is one thing that you don't want to do. And I will say this in general, that is a general quality that most of the women in my family have, from my mom to my sister down to my nieces. You do not want to get on their bad side, because, nicest people in the world until they're not. I'll put it that way. But that's just a funny memory, something that I have of my mom that reminds me of just how strong a person that she was. I like to say that, she was married, had 3 kids, and divorced before she was 21. So that is a strong woman right there. So that's what I feel like about my mom. But what about you? Can you share a memory of your mom, something inspirational that she told you, an embarrassing moment maybe, or just a good memory of your mom? We'll do it all for Mother's Day, of course. The phone line is open, 575-523-KGRT, the Zia Comics phone line. Text messages as well. Go ahead and text me a nice little something there at 575-523-KGRT. And of course, we have our comments open on our Facebook pages as well, YouTube and Twitter. So go ahead and let me know a little something about your mom. You can share an inspirational moment or just a good memory, especially if your moms aren't with us today. We definitely got to go ahead and keep that memory alive. So that's what our kind of question is for the day. Go ahead and share a little bit of a memory about mom. Okay, now we are up on our socials right now, Facebook pages, and of course, YouTube and Twitter. Go ahead and let us know. Mother's Day is coming up. If you want to share a little moment about your mom that is pretty darn awesome, then go ahead and do that. Maybe something inspirational that she did, or an embarrassing moment where they might have embarrassed you, or maybe you embarrassed them a little bit. Just a good memory about what was going on with your mom. All, of course, to celebrate Mother's Day and let them know how much they really mean to us and how much we care. But as we're waiting for a few answers to go ahead and come in, take a look at what is going on in the world. I see that Vulture Magazine says David Letterman is going to interview Will Smith on his Netflix talk show. My next guest needs no introduction. Some of these interviews are long-form interviews, and they're pretty good. The interesting thing about this one is the fact that this one was actually taped before the Oscars. So, yeah, that ought to be a pretty interesting interview to see what Will Smith's attitude was like before all of that stuff went down. Because I also hear that he is now undergoing therapy for the incident at the Oscars right now. Also saw that Ron Howard recently officiated his daughter's wedding, Paige's wedding. Ron wore a cowboy hat as his daughter and new son-in-law exchanged vows. That's pretty awesome. Also, Jessica Simpson apparently teaming with Walmart to launch a new jewelry line. So be looking for those. I think gold necklaces, rings, hoops, earrings, and more going to be available there. And Bro Bible says Magic Johnson has joined an investment group that may purchase the Denver Broncos for about $4 billion. That group also includes Philadelphia 76ers co-owner Josh Harris. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting. And in kind of geek video game news, did you know that there is a Video Game Hall of Fame? Yep, and they have just recently inducted a few games for this year, including Dance Dance Revolution, The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Sid Meier's Civilization, which is a good name up in the early 90s. And believe it or not, I had no idea that they were not in the Hall of Fame, but Miss Pac-Man is finally inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame. Well deserved and a little bit late, but I'll forgive them for this time for going ahead and making that done. So once again, I am looking for the opportunities for a good story. Maybe it's something inspirational that mom has done for you. I think I got one. Oh, the flashlight story from Amy. Yeah, that is right. I remember one time that this person's mother was visiting. Amy's mother was visiting, and blackout happened. And out of her purse, which had to be a magic bag of something, just pulled out a flashlight. Why? Because you always carry a flashlight with you. That is a good story there. And that was pretty awesome. Anybody else got any stories? Once again, you can go ahead and give me a call on the Z Comics hotline or the text line. Send a text message or go ahead and comment on our Facebook pages, YouTube pages, and Twitter as well. Just share a little memory of mom that you think was inspirational, funny, maybe a little bit embarrassing for you. Either way that it goes, it is all about mom for today. Okay, so go ahead and leave those comments, and that'll do it for your question of the day. Enjoy your weekend, my friend. And oh, by the way, happy Mother's Day, Mom.